Well, hello there, my single mother tribe. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Yes, it's the Saturday, the weekend, and I hope everyone has had a wonderful week. And if not, today is the day to recover from a busy work week. My name is Hope, and I am your fairy single godmother, and I would like to welcome you to another episode of Hope for Single Mothers. And today is Self-Care Saturday. So, do me a favor. If you're joining me via Hope for Single Mothers YouTube channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button for me, please. And also, don't forget to click the bell. That way you will be notified every time I upload a video, which is on Sunday, Jumpstart Your Week Sunday, Check-In Wednesday, and of course, Self-Care Saturday. Okay, so I am right now in the parking lot of my gym that I recently joined, which is absolutely awesome. The name of my gym is Super Lady let me get it right. Lady Super Fitness. I always get this tongue tied, but it's an awesome gym. It's just for ladies, and I thought that I would never join a gym for ladies. I always, when I did go to the gym, I always went to a co-ed gym. But I've come to find out that I really enjoy going to this gym, and there's no gymitation or anything like that. It's a very wonderful atmosphere, just very calming and soothing atmosphere. Everyone's just really friendly and kind, and everybody, pretty much come in here and do their workout and, handle their business, and then they're on their way out. And I just really like the atmosphere. Like I said, I just really like the ambiance and the atmosphere, to say that it's a gym. So I just kind of wanted to briefly talk to you and kind of take you in with me so you can kind of get a look around and see what is it I do 3 times a week. I usually don't work out on Saturdays, but this week, I was in the hospital with my daughter. She had a kidney infection. So, from Monday through Wednesday, we were in the hospital. And of course, I couldn't work out on Tuesdays like I usually do, because Tuesday, Thursday, and Fridays are usually my workout days. So I had skipped Tuesday because I was in the hospital. So I'm making up for it today, which is Saturday. Okay, so I missed it last week because I didn't realize that the gym had closed so early. But, other than that, like I said, it's an awesome and great gym. So if you are local, I highly recommend Lady Super Fitness as a gym to go to. They're really into health for women as far as osteoporosis and heart disease. So that's something that they really focus on. They're really in just a fight and a movement to help women prevent those things. So that's one of the key areas that they focus on. But the trainer, Vanessa Rader, she is just a boss. I mean, she's a little part, she's don't let her size, fool you, because she has some guns on her. I'm telling you, she's a little tiny person. But she has some guns on her, and she is ripped to the core. So I really enjoy going to places where the person, look the part. I've been to many gyms that, you have trainers, and it's like, well, look like we need to be training together. What can you teach me or show me? But I can honestly say all the trainers here, and there's free trainers here, so you don't have to pay for a trainer, and they're just awesome. The ladies here are really awesome, and I really enjoy it. I'm pretty much been on my own, but if I get on something that I kind of feel like I'm either not in my form correctly, or I kind of forget how to use the equipment, they're on the spot to help me to make sure that I'm in correct form and I'm using the equipment properly, and they're just really a good support to have here. So like I said, I highly recommend Lady Super Fitness. Like I said, if you're local, check them out, and I honestly believe that you will not be disappointed. Okay, anyway, so before I head into the gym, I kind of wanted to talk about some things that's really been really heavy on my heart, and that's in the area of self-care. And so I know a lot of you probably been trying to, wonder like why I've been in self-care so hard lately. And, if a couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago, I was down with my back had went out really bad. And I mean, I was like down for a while, and that was really scary for me because I really hadn't had that experience in a long time. And, I had caught some type of, I don't know if it was virus, flu or something, whatever, that my daughter was so graciously to bring home from school. And so I am not a person to get sick. I usually do not get sick. And so when I do, it's kind of like an indication that, something else is not being properly taken care of, or I'm not paying attention to something. And usually it's because I'm not getting enough rest, or I'm not taking care of me. And so I explained before that I thought that I was giving myself self-care. Ever since I started Hope for Single Mothers, I've really been into self-care. And really before then, it's just something that I've really been advocating through Hope for Single Mothers, of self-care. So here I am advocating self-care and thinking that, okay, I was giving myself enough of self-care, and come to find out that, my life, the activities in my life had increased, ministry, business, on top of work, and being a single mother of 5. And I didn't realize that my self-care needed to increase as well. So anyway, and if you want to check that out, that's in one of my videos, How Much Self-Care Does a Single Mother Really Need? So check that video out, and that will further explain. I don't want to have to go over that because I really want to get you guys in the gym with me. So anyway, so as I was saying, so I just kind of wanted to talk to you about why self-care is so important. And yesterday I was scrolling through my Facebook, and Vanessa, who happens to be the owner of the gym, she had put a post on. I believe she's been on a cleanse or a detox this week. I'm not sure how long she's been on it, but they just came back from vacation, so she's been detoxing. Quite sure she had an awesome time vacationing. Hi, Tina, Chrissy. Almost got me. Hi, Chrissy. How are you doing? So she's detoxing because I'm quite sure when we're on vacation, we're kind of out of routine. And so we, have a good time. You eat whatever you want to eat. So she's detoxing. I'm quite sure, like I said, probably from vacation. But anyway, she put a post on her Facebook page that said, to make time, that, we make time for what we believe is a priority. And so, and she was talking about, she was doing 21 Day Fitness, which is an awesome program. I have that too. I probably need to get back into it, supplementing when I'm not in the gym. But anyway, so when I read that off of her Facebook post, it really kind of hit, it kind of got me, because I was like, you know what, that's so true, that I am awesome. Chrissy, how are you? Hopefully I'll see you later on. I'm at the gym right now. I'm on here briefly, and then I'll be getting into the gym, but I'll be taking you into the gym so you can see how awesome my gym is, okay? Anyway, so as I was saying, so when I read that post, I was like, wow, that is so true, that we do make time for what we feel is a priority in our life. Unfortunately, for single moms, and something that, really hit home for me years ago is that, I didn't make time for myself. Everything and everybody else years ago in my life was a priority except for me. I came last, or if I did put myself first at all, or, do anything for myself. And it took, me being ill for years. It took me going through a lot. And when I say I went through a lot, I went through a lot. So I'll be talking about, my personal testimony of just years of being not well, and just being sick and all of that. And not just that, but emotionally unhealthy, mentally unhealthy, physically unhealthy, and just really not being in a good place in my life because I was not putting myself first. I wasn't a priority in my life. And as a result, I was literally falling apart in every aspect of my life. So that will be in a book. You will be reading that in a book, my personal testimony. But, so I just wonder, why is it that we don't feel like we're important? Why is it that we don't put ourselves first? And Chrissy, you just reminded me, we had an awesome time Thursday. Me and some of my single mom group members, we went out to Ulta Beauty for a 10-minute facial. And the salon manager is just so awesome. She did an awesome job on us. And we just kind of had a girls' night out that night. So, and it was just awesome. And we were just talking about how, how is it that we don't do this often? Chrissy, I hope you don't mind me, but that was her very first facial, and she looked absolutely awesome. She had a wonderful time, and we just had a really good time just investing in ourselves. And I believe that as single moms, we get so caught up in the care of our children and the care of our home and everything else that we usually, feel guilt. I don't know why, we've been made to feel guilty that if we pay attention to ourselves, if we, you know, do anything for ourselves. I know for a long time it was hard for me to go shopping for myself, and I would take stuff back. I would go to the store and I would need these things. I would need clothes and, different personal items and stuff. Um and I would feel so guilty after I bought it. And a lot of times I would take it back. And to be honest, I'm just now getting to the point to where, I can go to the store and get stuff for myself and keep it and not take it back. But it's just that mentality or that syndrome, that we have, that I've had to work out of and get out of, thinking that, I don't know, like I said, oh, okay, thank you. So I'm talking to you, and Chrissy is here joining me too. But would you mind answering a question for me while I have you on here? Because I just think that, that conversation that we had Thursday night about, just self-care and why is it so important for us as single mothers to, to invest in ourselves, and that we should not feel guilty or be made to feel guilty if we do anything for ourselves. And as I was explaining it to Chrissy and another single mom, that, what we fail to realize is that, we are the head of our households as single mothers. And as we go, everything else in our household goes. And so it's a trickle down effect. And if you can just imagine that if you're empty, if your cup is not full, or if you are giving out of your deficiency and not out of your excess or overflow, how effective are you being in whatever you do? That everything that you do, if you're giving out of your deficiency instead of your overflow, when you think about it, it's really not much that you're doing. You may be doing a lot, you may be in activity, you may be busy, but you're really not being effective in the things that you're doing, because you can't be empty yourself and give out in other areas of your life and expect any type of good result or any type of success in that area. So I'm going to bring Chrissy on just so she can kind of share her thoughts on that. But we were just talking about that. And it's like, we have this thing backwards, as single mothers, that we put all the time, all the care, all the attention. We give our children the world, which is awesome. But at the same time, we can't neglect ourselves, and not put ourselves first, and not take care of ourselves and invest in ourselves, and as I was yesterday, I was just kind of thinking, because, I was just thinking on this thing after I read that Facebook post, and I was thinking, like, so at what point are we going to become a priority? At what point in our lives are we going to wait until the children grow up and leave the house? Or is at that point, are we going to become a priority? When we're all worn out, we've given everything that we have and we don't have anything else. God forbid we get to the point to where we're all exhausted and spent out. And then that's when we want to begin to do something. I don't know about you, but I don't desire to wait until I'm older. There's things that I believe God has given us to do, even where we are in the season that we are in our single mother journey, that we don't have to wait into, we don't have to wait until we're older. That there's some things that even, while we are, where we are right now, that we can enjoy. I believe that this single mother journey was meant for us to enjoy it, not to, dread it, not to struggle through it. And for so many years, that's where I found myself. I was like struggling. I dreaded being a single mother. It was just not a good experience for me. And now that my children are older, and I know a lot of you may have younger children, but I don't believe that you have to wait like me until your children become, teenagers and in their 20s in order for you to start enjoying being a single mother. I really believe that, if you begin to value yourself and put yourself first. And I know it can be challenging when the children are younger. I understand that completely, but it doesn't mean that you can't do it. And like I said, getting back to that post, that you make time for what's a priority. And I just believe that as single mothers, it's time for us to start putting making the time to make ourselves a priority. I just honestly believe that we shouldn't have to wait until we get sick. We shouldn't have to wait until we have a nervous breakdown. We shouldn't have to wait until our lives are falling apart to start to realize that, you know what, I have to start taking care of myself. I have to start, loving myself. And I tell, you ladies all the time that, no one can love you other than the Father well except for yourself. That, if you don't love yourself well, you can't expect for anything else in your life or anyone else in your life for that matter, that it starts with us. It starts here. And like I said, it's like a trickle down effect. From here, it goes out. It's not outward in, it's inward out. And as we give out of our overflow, I believe everything else in our life will reap those benefits, and we'll see a difference and a change in our lives. I mean, I cannot tell you how much my life has changed in a better way, in a great way, since I began to make myself a priority. And I'm going to stress when I say that, I'm not saying that you neglect your children, that you don't take care of the home front. I am not talking about that. I'm talking about when you know that your children are provided for and they're well kept, you're handling your business on the home front. When those things are taken, I'm not saying neglect all of those. And then, because there are some extremes, there's some single mothers who put all the time in the world in themselves, and the children look like paupers and look like, orphans. I am not endorsing that. I'm not advocating that. I'm talking about when you are doing, what you're supposed to do, and yet you are still not making yourself a priority, when you're still not taking care of yourself, when you're still not investing in yourself. That, I believe, is not healthy, and it's not balanced, so anyway, so I'm going to let Chrissy come on in so she can give me her, just talk about what we were talking about on Thursday, if you don't mind. All right, so she added, hopefully I'm doing this thing right. Let's see. Okay. Hi, Christina Joy. How are you? Thank you for joining me. Hey, Chrissy, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I am awesome. So, I've been talking about basically what we were talking about Thursday night when we had our awesome girls' night out. Wasn't that awesome? I'm like,
It
it,
was great.
I know it was great. We got an awesome facial, and then Michelle treated us to smoothies, her awesome smoothies, and then she took us on a vitamin field trip. That's what I like to call it.
That was
Michelle is,
awesome
yeah.
too.
Michelle is one of the single moms, and she is just awesome. She owns her own. It's called Smoothie King. It's here local. I'm not sure. I know it's a franchise, but I just don't know where there are any in other states or whatever. Because I know that there's some single moms that are joining us, that are part of our group, that are in different states. So, but yeah, so Michelle had made us up some smoothies that were just awesome, and she's really into health and nutrition, and so she schooled Chrissy and I on, vitamins and what we should be taking as, vitamins and minerals as women. So I don't know about you, but I left with just a wealth of knowledge, and Michelle is she's just a
Yes.
wealth of knowledge. So, but if you can kind of give me your thoughts on what we were talking about Thursday, that I appreciate it. So we were talking about self-care as single
Mhm.
mothers, and why it's so difficult for us to, make time for ourselves, but also why it's so important to do so. And a lot of times how, we give out of our deficiency instead of giving out of our excess and overflow. So what do you think about that?
It is very difficult as a single mother to
Hmm.
set aside time for ourselves to take care of ourselves, more or less, kind of give us self-care. But I am learning myself it is very important to
Hmm.
do this. Um, if you, I guess, kind of personally myself, if you're in any toxic relationships, work environment, do your best to get out of that because that definitely does take a toll on you and your body, your family, your household. Um, I was in a pretty much toxic work environment for a long time. I recently have gotten out. Um,
Yay.
Yay! Have gotten a great company, great
Mhm.
employees. And I've definitely noticed a change in myself with attitude and things like that. Um, so that's, more positive. Setting aside time for yourself, yes, it is hard, but you just have to do it
Mhm.
to make
Yeah.
yourself feel
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Um, it's all about your well-being as well.
Yeah. 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 I totally agree. And like I said about the Facebook post, from the gym owner, Vanessa, and she said that. I mean, because when you think about it, we really do make time. We know how to make time for the things that are important for us. And like I said, when you think about it, it's like we'll make time for the children. We'll put them in all kinds of extracurricular activities and run around like chicken with our heads cut off, making sure that the babies get to point A to point B. I'm serious, wear ourselves out, so to speak, making sure that the
Literally.
kids have what they need and that, they're growing up well rounded. And like I said, we'll have them in 50 million different activities, but yet we can't find the time to just have some time for ourselves, go to the gym, work out, and I understand. I don't want to come across as, I understand, as single mothers, we don't have two parent incomes coming in. So I completely understand. But I am telling you, if nothing else, as a single mother, I have learned how to be resourceful. And
Hmm.
I don't pay full price for stuff. I have learned how to have what I desire to have and not have to pay full price for it. You don't have to live like a pauper. You don't have to, there's certain, if you're really, smart about it and you just be wise about certain things, there's, like for instance, our facial, we didn't go to this upscale posh type of spa place. We went to Ulta Beauty. And how much was
Right.
the facial? $10. Now,
$10.
you go to Wendy's or McDonald's or Burger King or whatever, that's
Hmm.
$10 right there, and you're
Right.
eating all that processed food. Take that and then put it into yourself. Take that, $10 is not going to make or break you, honestly, because if you think
Right.
about it and you're really honest about yourself, you could blow $10 at lunch, you know
Anywhere.
anywhere, so we paid $10, I believe, for what was a first class facial, because
I
salon
agree.
manager Alex, I mean, she is highly trained. I mean, this girl has it going on. She used to be a massage therapist or masseuse. She has credentials, and I'm telling you, and I've had facials before, but this is the best facial by far that I have had from anyone. I mean, she knows her stuff. She has those
It
magic fingers, and I believe she does, and I
does.
believe, yeah, and I believe Chrissy can, agree with me that you just felt, I mean, when she got done with me, I just about had melted in the chair. I was about like, okay, y'all
Yeah.
gonna have to pick me up out of this chair. And then we got, and then we got our hands massaged. So we got the full package for $10. Now, how did you feel after that? Because I would like to know. This was your
Wonderful.
first, yeah, this was your first
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Yes, it was great, and I will tell you, I will be back. I will see Alex again.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but yes, it was great, made me feel great. I was very
Hmm.
relaxed after.
Yeah,
So yeah, I do
yeah,
recommend, you
yeah,
know, 20
yeah.
minutes out of your day. It's
Right.
not, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
yeah, she was excellent.
yeah. And I was explaining to Chrissy on Thursday, I told her, I said, when we feel good about ourselves, that just it affects every other area of our lives. It affects our decision making. It
Correct.
affects our attitude, our mood, how we interact with other people, how we interact with our children. I can attest to you that when I feel refreshed and revived, and when I feel like, I'm on a full tank,
Hmm.
my children reap the benefits of that. But when I'm
Yeah.
on an empty tank and I'm running on fumes, they will be like, Mom, what's going on? Like, you're kind of short in patience, your temper is short. everybody gets it. And so, and that's
Mhm.
not fair. And that's what I'm talking about, that, it's not fair for us to give out on, try to,
Mhm.
give out of our deficiency and out of our lack. It's not fair. We think that we're doing a good job. And I'm quite sure in our hearts, we have, a heart to do well, but the end result of that thing is not a good thing. People are
Right.
suffering
Mhm.
because my children suffer.
Mhm.
They suffer when I'm not in a good place, and it's not fair for me to not be in a good place and for them to be the casualties of me not being in a good place. So I do whatever I can do. And like I said, I'm not spending carelessly. I'm not being, neglectful. I'm not being irresponsible. Like I said, I have learned to be very resourceful. I tap into resources and I learn, and there's things that you can do for free or for $5 or $10, and you will feel good about yourself. And I just believe, like Chrissy said, it's like when you feel good about yourself, the world is a better place, and the people
Mhm.
around you, you're just in such a good place. So that was, what I wanted to express. And even on a spiritual level, because I was just saying for years how I struggled. It was so hard for me because I prided myself on being an excellent mom. I went over and beyond for my children because that was, I was so attached to that title of being a mother. That was my badge of honor. And that's what I poured my life into, was being a good mom. And there's nothing wrong with that. However, I just believe there's a thin line to where everything, your whole life and all that you are and your identity is wrapped up in your children. I don't think that's a good place to be, because we cannot lose ourselves. We can't lose who God has created us to be in being a mother. We are women who happen to be mothers. Our children are
Right.
going to get older. They're going to leave home one day, and, I remember years ago, a friend had told me, because she was like, you put everything into these children. And she wasn't criticizing me, but she was kind of just helping me to see something. She was like, you understand, these children are not going to be with you always. I mean, we'll always be mothers, but they're going to grow up, go off to college, they're going to get married, they're going to start a family of their own. And if you put
Mhm.
your world, your life into these children, who are you going to be when they leave?
Right.
You know, And I know a lot of women, like, they are struggling because the kids are left, the kids have started their own family, and they don't know who they are. They're trying to figure out life because they put everything into their children instead of, you know, investing in themselves during that time. And I've always said that when we became single mothers, the call on our lives, the purpose for which God created us, that did not cease to exist. That we still have a purpose. God still has a purpose and a plan for us. And I believe it's our responsibility to figure that thing out. And we don't have to wait until the children leave. I, like I said, for me, I've been in ministry, I've been in different things in my life. And when my children were older, I just had to do things differently. But and then there was a time when I did have to leave ministry for several years. But that was during that time when I was ill. And it literally took that long for me to get myself together and for God to do a work in me emotionally and mentally and physically for me to be where I'm at even today.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
because I was in that spot because, like I said, that was just years of me neglecting myself, years of me, living out of stress and living out of deficiency and not living out of the fullness of, what God had for me. And so it took years for me to, like I said, to be, to get healed from that, to be delivered from that, to be set free from a lot of things that I was in bondage in. I was a mess. But in that whole process, one of the greatest things that I learned was love, because I did not know what love was. Honestly, I didn't. And my distorted view of love, I was operating out of that. Everything that I did,
Mhm.
every decision I made, every relationship I had, even me being a mother, was out of my distorted view of love, what I perceived love to be, which was not correct. And it wasn't until I learned the love of the Father, that I began to really understand what love was. I began to understand that I am loved, that I am valuable, that I am worthy, and that took a lot coming out of an abusive relationship, because when I came out of that relationship, I was stripped. I had absolutely nothing. My dignity, my self-respect, my self-esteem, everything was just gone. And so, through the years, God just really just, restored me into a brand new person. And I'm not even the person that I used to be. And I was talking to a coworker yesterday, and I was just, because we were just talking about some things, and I just said, it's amazing that when you don't have a revelation of God's love, and you don't love yourself the way God, intends for us to love ourselves, it's amazing of what you would allow in your life, the people you'll allow in your life, the things that you will allow in your life, the things that you will even do yourself and do to yourself, because of lack of a revelation of what real love and true love is. You know what I'm saying? You have
Yes.
anything to say about that?
Um, I mean, other than it is very true. Yes,
Yeah.
you have to take time out for yourself.
Hmm.
Um, yeah,
And self-care is a part of loving yourself, believe it or not. It is.
it is.
It's a
It
part of
is.
loving yourself. Self care is a part of loving yourself. So I just want to encourage, you ladies that are watching me, and those who will be watching this video, um, to just, it's not about, like I said, it's not about, it's so much deeper than just the doing. There's a reason why I talk about self care. There's a reason why I have these different activities that's going on in my group. And it's because I understand that different things, like I said with Chrissy, her getting her first facial, how that made her feel. That's a boost in your self-esteem, and how when you begin to do things for yourself that's healthy, that makes you feel good, how that builds confidence, how that builds self-esteem, how that is an investment. You're depositing into yourself, so that as a mother, as a single mother, you can, people, you can withdraw, your kids can withdraw from you. But if there's nothing, if you haven't deposited anything into yourself, what are your kids getting out of you?
Right.
You
That's
know, so
100%
you have
true.
to,
And don't
right.
think it's selfishness.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not
not selfish.
selfishness.
And the
Mm-mm.
opposite actually is true. It's selfish, like I said, to not invest in yourself. It's selfish not to love yourself and then try to give out of your empty cup. Now that's selfish to me, because like I said,
Yes.
when you give out of an empty cup, you're not giving your best. People are getting your scraps, they're getting the crumbs, they're getting, they're getting the less of you. But when you are, depositing into yourself, and giving out of your excess, you're giving the best of yourself to people. And especially when it comes to our children, I think I believe that they deserve our best. They don't deserve our crumbs. They don't deserve our scraps. And so, yeah, so I can go on and on and on, but I really have to get into this gym. But I did want to come in and let you guys, you ladies, at least see the gym. But I did want to, like I said, talk about that, because I just feel like, um, it's not about just, getting your nails done, getting your feet done, getting your facial. There's something more deeper behind that, and like I said, unless you've had it done yourself, I can't, describing how, I'm telling you, like, my job is so demanding, and I give out so much during the week with my job, and just dealing with people who are not, dealing with the public who are not always the best to deal with, and needy people who are just, in a place in their life where, you know, I don't know. I don't even want to get on that, because I'm like, I don't know if some of them know better, or it's just difficult. And so I find myself depleted a lot. And so that's why I know for myself I have to really work on, and hard on self-care, making sure that as much as I'm giving out, more, being poured back into my cup.
Hmm.
So thank you so much for joining me, Christy. I don't know if you want to hang on until I get into the gym, but we have group
Perfect.
today, and I need to get my workout on. Wait a minute. So let me get into this gym, and I wanted to give you ladies an idea of what I do. And also, I would like to mention for you all that are local, through my gym, I do have a pass. I believe it's a 1 week pass. I have a 1 week pass where I can invite, I have to look because I left it at home, but I think I can invite up to 5 ladies or so um, on my pass, and you get a free week here. So if you're local, I'm offering that to you. Just let me know. Comment below if you're watching me via YouTube. And if you're watching me via Hope for Single Mothers Facebook group, just comment below to let me know if you're interested in that. That would be awesome if we could kind of meet out at the gym and have a ladies workout day. So, um,
What's the name
like
of
I
your
said,
gym, Hope?
just let me know, and I will get with you in regards to that. So I'm in the gym now. Quite sure you hear the music. And right now, there is a box here. Okay, like I have a hole in my little shirt here. I mean, it's like a little jacket. Um, so I have my workout plan. So when I first started here, I had a week of assessment. Basically, I had a personal trainer. Well, actually, I worked with like 2 of them, I believe. And I don't know if you can see when I'm spin around and let you see where I'm at. There we go. So, and it's, you can see it's not, I mean, there's some ladies here, but it's not like packed, which I really like. I don't like going to gyms where it is packed. Um, but, everyone comes in and come out. Like I said, everyone, I believe, has a workout plan. So, my first week I came in, here's my workout plan. This is my little card here. So what happened is my first week I was being assessed pretty much. I came in and they took my measurements. They asked me questions about my health. Um, so you do go through a health assessment. They take notes and everything. They take all your measurements because I believe in a month, well, less than a month because I've been going here for several weeks now. So each month, I attend Ladies Super Fitness. It's right off of, I think it's North Main Street here for you, Chrissy, because I know you're here local. Um, so, yeah, so I went through my assessment where I was, like I said, they did different machines and stuff. Now, when I first started, I was recovering from my back going out. So my back was still sore. So I really couldn't do too much. But they did still work with me, and they even kind of had me doing certain things to, so I wouldn't, further injure my back, which was awesome. But now I'm back to full speed. So, and they had even set like my weights and everything. So I mean, they pretty much did everything for me. So I pretty much just have to look at this card. They tell me like day 1, 2, and 3 based upon how often I come to the gym, and they pretty much based upon my assessment period, they developed a workout plan for me to meet the goals. So I have this gala to attend on the 26th, and my goal is to drop 20 pounds or more, and I've been slimming down pretty well here, and it's been going great, to be honest. With working out, I was already coming down with switching up my eating to healthy eating, no low carbs, no sugar, and just pretty much just protein, fruits and vegetables. I tend to eat carbs on my days that I work out, so I'll have something to burn. And on the days that I don't work out, I really try not to eat too many carbs, if any at all. So, anyway, so what's awesome about this, what I really like, is that I have my own personal plan, and everybody's plan is personalized to meet their specific goals and needs. So, I basically come get my card, read off my card. So for today, actually I got on the wrong machine because I usually don't make it to day 3. These past several weeks have just been like, so this will be my first day actually making it to day 3. So I'm gonna be on a Tabata bike today. I'm working my legs, my arms, and my core. Um, and like I said, they have everything numbered on here. All the equipment is numbered. So I just go to the number that's next to my workout plan, and then I flip the card over. And as you can see, the card has the workout, has the equipment number, it has how, it has the weights. So I have to adjust the weights according to what machine I'm on. It tells me how many reps to do and how many times. So, like I said, I just pick up my card, read off what's on the card, and boom, there you go. I have a workout plan. So, I've never, I'm like, you can't get any simpler than that. So, but I have a customized plan, like I said, and I don't know about you, but I think this is absolutely awesome. So yeah, and then like I said, if I need one of the personal trainers that are in here, they're like right on the spot, and they're helping. If you need help. Um, but for the most part, it's kind of you just go by what's on the card, and there you are. So yeah, so I'm gonna figure out where my Tabata bike is, but yeah, that's pretty much it here. I'm gonna have to ask because, to be honest, I don't know where the Tabata bike is because, like I said, I usually don't make it to day 3 because something jumps off in the middle of the week to disturb my my workout routine. But I've been walking, so on the days that I can't do day 3, I'll walk to supplement that day. And like I said, last week I would have been here, but the gym closed early, and I didn't know that. So, but yeah, if I can find someone now here, where are the ladies? Um, I have to find someone to ask them where's the Tabata bike at. Who's up here? Oh, there they are. I'm like, I knew they had to be here. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. But I really enjoy being at this gym. One moment. I don't like putting people on the spot when I'm filming. Hi. Okay. So today is my first day actually coming to day 3.
Okay.
And if you could show me the Tabata bike.
Absolutely.
Okay. I have a YouTube channel, so I'm putting the camera away because I don't want to put you on the spot.
That's fine. All right.
Raider said that I could film here. I asked him before he left. He was like, "Oh, sure, go ahead."
Let's do it.
Okay.
I'll give you a choice.
Okay.
This bike, okay?
So this is a Tabata bike.
So you can do Tabata on any machine.
Really?
But you can either do it on this or you can do it on those ones. I'll let you pick. You want to do this one? Or we can do those ones.
I kind of like sitting
That's
back
fine.
like this.
That's fine.
Okay.
Sure.
So
basically, what Tabata is, okay?
Mhm.
So you're going to go 20 seconds.
Mhm.
You're going to go
as hard as I can.
yes.
Right.
10 seconds slow down. Then
Okay.
20 seconds speed up.
Uh-huh.
10 seconds slow down. You're going to alternate between that for 4 minutes.
Okay.
That's considered one cycle. Okay.
You said for how many minutes? 4?
4 minutes. I
Okay.
think on your card it
Yeah,
says
you do.
4 to 8.
Right.
So you could do anywhere between 4 and 8, but 4 is considered like one cycle.
Okay.
So at least do 4.
Okay.
But yeah, and then you can use the timer up here. So I'll show you.
Yeah, if you could set the timer. I know about Tabata. I usually do HIIT, so I know
cool.
Tabata and HIIT are
Yeah.
kind of similar.
Very similar.
Okay.
So yeah, perfect. So you
Okay.
can go ahead. I'll get you started.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna try this.
Now, how's that seat feel? It feels like you're really close.
No, I have leg room.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm good.
Now, if you needed to, just if you want to,
Uh-huh.
if you pull this up, you can tilt the seat back or tilt it forward. If you
Okay.
want to adjust it, whatever you want.
I think I'm good where I'm at.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so you just said go hard 20, rest for 10.
So slow down a little bit for 10. And
So I'm not
20
gonna rest.
seconds.
Okay, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna go to a complete stop. Oh, okay.
You're just
Okay.
gonna slow down, normal pace, whatever.
Okay.
And then after 10, you're gonna speed up for 20.
Okay.
Basically, just alternate between that for 4 minutes.
Okay. Okay.
So all you gotta do is just get it started. And then you have to hit quick start, and then your time is there. So you can go up to the 20-second mark as
Okay.
fast as you can.
And then just slow down for 10.
Slow down for
Oh,
10.
that's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay.
Not too bad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I forgot. I'm horrible with names. What's your name?
Kara.
Kara.
Yeah.
So, do you mind?
Oh, that's fine.
Okay, so I'm going to flip this screen here because Kara
Are you
is just
live?
awesome. Yeah, I'm live.
Oh. What's up, guys?
Wait a minute. Let me flip it. Okay, so here's
up,
Kara. She is awesome. She's really been working with me since I've been here, and she's just awesome.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, everybody's here is awesome, but I said.
Hope is killing it. Every time she comes in, I see her, so she's doing great. She's doing great.
Well, thank you, Kara. I'll see you. Okay.
Don't forget, have any other questions.
Okay, thanks. Alrighty, so there we are. So I am going to start my workout here. What time is it here? It is 10, and I have to be done by 11 because I have group today. So, yeah, so I hope you ladies had an awesome time joining me, and I really hope that you think about and seriously consider what we were discussing about how important self-care is. It's the best thing that you could do for yourself. It's the best way that you can show yourself how much you love you. So if you are struggling in that area, I just want to encourage you that you are so well worth it, that you deserve it, and that it's important. I don't even believe at this point in time, wherever you are in your single mother journey, that self-care is optional. I think it's absolutely necessary. If you plan to be, a successful single mother, if you plan to just live an abundant life in every part of your life, if you plan to thrive as a single mother, I absolutely believe that self-care is essential. It is not an option. You just have to find time. Like Chrissy said, you have to find time. You have to make time. And I know at first it may be strange, it may feel uncomfortable, but I think the more you do it, even if it's for 10 minutes, you'd be surprised at what you can get in and do for yourself in a matter of 10 minutes that will make you feel good for yourself. And then just bump it up. Start off with 5 minutes, increase it to 10 minutes, and, keep increasing it until you feel like you are getting what you need to be refreshed and revived and refueled, okay? So I'm about to leave you, but I just wanted to thank you for joining me. Thank you, Chrissy, so much. I appreciate you. I hope you have an awesome. Am I going to see you later on?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Awesome. Okay. Well, I will see you later.
Yes.
I don't know how to. I don't know how to do this thing. Okay. So there's no X for me to. Okay. Anyway, so we're gonna just. I guess we're going to end together. So, but thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate your input and your thoughts about what we were talking about, self-care. Once again, if you are joining me via Hope for Single Mothers YouTube channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. And don't forget to click the bell. That way you'll be notified every time I upload a video on Sunday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Once again, don't forget to do some self-care. And like I said, self-care is not just on Saturdays, but it's on every day. Make the time. You know that you find the time to do what's important to you. So you are important, well, you should be important to you. So make the time for yourself, to love yourself, because self-care is the best way that you can show yourself how much you love you. Okay? Well, I wish you have an awesome, awesome day. And I leave you with love, peace, and blessings. All right. I'll catch you ladies later. Bye-bye.
Bye.